Hey guys, hope everybody's doing well. Keep your heads up and stay strong. Quick follow-up video here to the 5.7 earthquake that occurred near Salt Lake City, Utah this morning. We're going to look at some minor damage. However, this one here is kind of unique. Story sent to me by Steve out of Salt Lake, and you're looking at a statue on top of one of the temples here in Salt Lake City. This is a Salt Lake temple, and on top of the temple you can see a very tall golden statue. It's called the Angel Morani, and it holds a long trumpet. Well, it used to. After the 5.7 earthquake this morning, it no longer is there. I'll get to that here in just a second. You're looking at the Yellowstone caldera seismos, and you can see they've been flushed with activity today. All of these red signatures are earthquake activity that it's detected, not necessarily stemming from Yellowstone. This was an earthquake at 8 o'clock this morning, or around 8 o'clock in Salt Lake City, and the one below it is an earthquake in Indonesia that occurred after the 5.7. There was a fairly large 6.3 earthquake just off the shore of Indonesia. They did issue a possible tsunami alert, as it was a very shallow earthquake coming in at 6.5 miles deep, 6.3 in magnitude. No damage that I heard of, but it was detected on seismographs on Yellowstone and throughout the United States and around the world. That's the darker signature you see right there. The signature up front or above is the 5.7 in Salt Lake, like right there. The darker one is the 6.3. You can see right there, pretty strong signature rolling through parts of Asia, and then down here in Thailand. Obviously it's very strong because it was much closer to the epicenter. But the seismographs are very active today. And speaking of active, some of the buildings were active today following during the 5.7 earthquake. Story here from, it's either the Deseret or Deseret.com. Article was shared with me by Steve. Says earthquake damage. See photos of Salt Lake City and the Angel Morani statue and more. And that's what I showed you at the beginning of the video. I don't recall ever seeing anything like this following an earthquake, but there's the statue, and the trumpet is no longer part of the statue following the large earthquake. You can see bricks laying on the ground. This is from Silvercrest Elementary School in Harriman, very close to the epicenter. And here's a picture of the statue on top of the temple. Obviously the trumpet intact. Here is after the 5.7 earthquake. The trumpet fell to the ground, and that thing was probably 6 or 7 feet long. Just incredible. I've never seen anything quite like that. The statue was still intact, but the trumpet's gone. Fell to the ground, much like some of the bricks you saw here on the ground, laying in the sidewalk area. Luckily, there weren't any major injuries that I heard of. More bricks here that fell off the top of that building there underneath the roof overhang. Bricks here. More bricks there. See some bricks here in front of the elementary school. And there's that very bizarre looking photo of the trumpet absent from the statue on top of the temple. How weird is that? Luckily everything's intact. That's the main thing. But for the trumpet to be the only thing to fall to the ground, it's just very weird. You can see some damage up through here. Minor damage, albeit, but nevertheless, we don't like to see any damage, but earthquakes are just part of the whole Earth process and the mechanics of Earth. That's just how it all works. You can see some more damage here. There's another look at the statue. People here standing around talking about the earthquake. After they felt it, they were very close to the epicenter. See that gentleman there coming out the window of his home. This one here was taken off the foundation. A little bit of damage there. All of this stuff is repairable. But nevertheless, very unusual earthquake, and there are still multiple earthquakes right now as we do this video in the neighborhood of, where are we at now, 97 earthquakes in this area right near the temple in Salt Lake City, Utah. So I just want to give you a quick update, guys, in case you had not heard about that yet. That trumpet is no longer on top of the temple after the 5.7 earthquake. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.